Welcome back to the Delaware Way. We continue our conversation with Wilmington Police Chief Bobby Cummings. Sir, recently there was a lawsuit filed against the city and against the police department and against you personally, and I believe the mayor personally, in the shooting of Jeremy McDole. He is the young man, 28 years old, who was shot while in a wheelchair. I think just about everybody's seen the video by now. I understand that there's a lawsuit in the case, so you probably can't say a lot. So let me try to ask you some questions that you may be able to answer. Okay. There were two investigations. One is being done by the Attorney General. That's the lead investigation. But there was an internal investigation as well. What is the status of that investigation? Are we going to hear about it, or are they both going to come out at the same times?
I would venture to say they'll probably come around the same time. And it's not just an internal investigation. It's an investigation we do from the onset in any shooting that involves our police officers. We do an investigation, and the Attorney General's office does an investigation, and they generally occur most times simultaneously.
So when there's an announcement made, you'll both make the announcement? I
would venture to say so, yes.
The allegation in the lawsuit was that the police officers didn't follow police procedure. In your guidelines, do they have to identify themselves?
Yes.
And do they have to say that they are going to shoot if you do this? Into the guidelines?
I'm not able to answer that directly at this point.
Okay. Okay, I understand. So let's, I understand I was putting you in a difficult position because I'm dancing around something that actually happened and there's a lawsuit in place. So I want to jump to the money that was offered by the state in a special session to help with crime in Wilmington, $1.5 million. That money still has not been accepted, right?
That's correct.
And it hasn't been accepted because there were strings attached.
That's correct.
And this part of the strings attached, and tell me if this is correct, was deployment of officers.
That was one of the things that was mentioned in it, yes.
But that is one of the things that the mayor disagrees with.
No, we don't disagree with the information being given out. It was the other portion of the conditions.
Okay, tell me what it is.
It was the conditions around having one of the assessors come back in to reassess what we had done and implement it. And then there was another piece that talked about taking away the unilateral ability of the police department to police the city.
If in their opinion it continued to fail, in their opinion, that's correct, right?
Yes, or whatever they deem necessary, yes.
Whatever they deem necessary.
Yes.
And you thought that was unfair. But they can do that anyway, can't they? Without the $1.5 million.
I'm not certain whether they can do that.
I think that they would have the ability, the state would have the ability to take over anyway. So what I don't get is why not just take the $1.5 million? I know it's not your decision.
Right.
But you would like $1.5 million, no?
Oh, we could definitely use $1.5 million.
And so and it's being held up basically because of politics.
That has a role, yes.
All right. And so you would, just to be clear, you would love to see the $1.5 million.
If the conditions were taken off, yes.
And so you agree that you shouldn't get it with these conditions?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Now let's get to Murder Town. There is a movie coming out based on a Newsweek article that I've talked to you before about. Yes. And you were outraged that they called, in their Newsweek article, they called this town Murder Town, USA. Yes. You were outraged by that. Now there may be a TV show coming out with that same name. What efforts are being made by the city to negotiate with ABC and or the production company to stop that from happening? And all you have to do is change the title, not the show.
Right. Well, I know the mayor's had outreach to the company that's looking to do this. And there are some other things that are happening in the community that would not like to see this occur within our city. Again, we don't believe that this is fair to the city of Wilmington. There's a lot of cities around the country where things like this happen, but to label the city of Wilmington specifically, we think is an outrage that this should not occur.
And if they come here to shoot, which I would imagine they're going to, will they be welcome?
Well, from what I've seen, I'm sure there will be some protest that occurs as a result. And I would just say that it would be unwelcomed.
But you have to provide them police protection. You still have to do your job.
Yes, we're going to do our jobs, yes. We're going to do our job to the best of our ability and within the law.
Are you going to make them chip in?
I don't know.
To pay for I think you can. I think you're able to do that. I'm pretty sure you're able to do that. Sir, thank you so much. Yes. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you coming in.
You're welcome.
Chief Bobby Cummings from Wilmington. When we come back, there is a gentleman that at one point called for your resignation. You're going to hear him rescind that when Delaware Way returns.